Hello everyone, welcome back to Royal News Network. My name is Brittany and today we are talking about Meghan Markle and her service of Thanksgiving outfit. So this was actually a request. So I have a couple other requests as well, and I've been trying to write some down, but I need to be better about writing down who requested it. So this was a request from Shivani Updaya. I'm so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. I'm not great at pronunciations, just FYI. Been a well-established trope in my family. And she says, would I be willing to do an in-depth video regarding Meghan's Jubilee outfit? What did I think about it? The dress design, how it looked on her, and the hidden mic potentially, and comparing it to Catherine's outfits. So yes, I actually wanted to do a fashion video last Friday, but unfortunately when I came back from the UK, I ended up developing like a cold. So like when I was like coming down actually from my flight from the UK into Detroit, my ears were actually like, my left ear got plugged and it's still in the process of unplugging, guys. So it's been over a week now and I'm still like developed this like head cold and cough. And so in my last video, the video that aired on Wednesday, I actually sound like I have no energy and I'm terrible and I'm just trying not to cough the whole time. And my voice is actually coming back. So I actually filmed a video right before this. I'm filming this video and I actually don't feel the terrible need to cough. So which is like, yay, I'm getting better. I also had ice cream, which I probably shouldn't have had. But anyways, so like I said, today we are going to go over just the service of Thanksgiving outfits for the ladies and what was my favorite look, because I did definitely have a favorite look. And I feel like I'll, touch on a couple of Catherine's other outfits that weekend, but I think I'll really kind of focus on, just the service of Thanksgiving because we saw so many members of the royal family and we saw their whole looks. Because sometimes, especially when they were at the concert and stuff like that, we saw them sitting down most of the time, so we didn't get a real good look of, their outfit head to toe. And so I just thought it would be kind of cool to do that today for Fashion Fridays. And I hope to do Fashion Fridays. I'll do one I know next week, because next week, so on this Friday, so the Friday that this airs, it'll be a huge royal event. The first like kind of big debut TR event for 3 future monarchs, guys. 3 of them. So it's Princess Ingrid Alexandra's 18th birthday. And so Princess Catherine Amelia. So Princess Ingrid Alexandra is the future queen of Norway. Princess Catherine Amelia, the Princess of Orange, is the future queen of the Netherlands. So, and then you have Princess Elizabeth, who's the Duchess of Brabant. And all 3 of them will be at an event to commemorate Ingrid Alexandra's 18th birthday. And so next week, that'll be that fashion royal event. But I may either do them every week or every other week. I'm not sure yet. So, because I started a new job, and so sometimes it takes me longer to commute than I would like it to, and I don't get as much time. And these fashion videos, unfortunately, take longer to edit because I had to drop so many pictures in. So it just takes me a bit more time. So I apologize for that. But anyways, guys, that was a super long intro. But if you haven't been to Royal News Network before, my name is Brittany and we talk about everything related to royals. So that's news, gossip, fashion, jewelry, television shows, movies, and history. We do it all right here. So if you want to subscribe after a couple minutes of talking, I normally do a shorter intro. If you want to subscribe, that would be fantastic. We're closing in on 5,000 subscribers and I do plan on doing a giveaway for 5,000. It will be the How Majestic watch from Swatch, which I don't have it on me, unfortunately, because it kind of ticks a bit loud. But I thought I would do that for a giveaway. I got that in the UK and maybe I'll pair it with something else as well. So again, please subscribe. We're getting so close to 5,000. I can feel it. But like I said, today we're going to be talking about the service of Thanksgiving and was Meghan Markle wearing a microphone? So just to kind of go over her fashion thing, and my mom kind of got on me because she thought I was too tough on Meghan at the polo thing, and I can kind of see that. But I will say, again, just not a fan. I'm just not a fan of her looks, honestly. It always feels like she's trying too hard and yet never hitting the mark and yet thinking she does. She never just, and I will say as well, and I've been like this for a while, so this is not, I would say, the same criticism of Catherine. I'm not really a fan of making a trench coat a coat dress, and that's kind of what Meghan did here. And somebody mentioned she kind of looked like Carmen Sandiego, and I can kind of see that a bit. But it was just not my favorite, and it looked actually the spitting image of what Princess Charlene wore to Catherine and William's wedding in 2011. I'll show that picture here. Guys, that is like the exact same outfit. Like, It's the exact same outfit. But what's really crazy is that it was bespoke Dior. I mean, that thing probably cost 20 grand. Like, why? It's like, it's nothing super unique, special, or interesting. Like what I like when Catherine does bespoke things, but usually it's like she does something simple to bespoke. So she adds sleeves when it was sleeveless. She changes the color. You know, she does very simple things. Like sometimes she does an entirely custom piece, because I believe her coat dress to the garter service recently was entirely a bespoke custom piece by Alexander McQueen, because I can't see them putting like something like that on their runway. I thought it was beautiful, and I love the color of the blue, and I love the cut. But it's like for Meghan, like this entirely Dior piece. I think, number one, it's kind of an affront to the monarchy. So she doesn't use a British designer. She still refuses to use British designers. And I don't understand. There's many, many fabulous British designers. And she went with a haute couture French house. And it's kind of her sticking up her kind of middle finger at the monarchy going, ha ha ha, I'm going to do Dior. I'm not even going to do British. And it's like, you have a British title, honey. Why don't you care about British things? I just find that like the dichotomy of that is so weird. She clings to this title, yet she hates the monarchy. Like the math, it just doesn't fly. But anyways, if you look at her outfit, again, it's just nothing super special. I'm not a super big fan of those style hats. I love the hats that Catherine wears. I'm a fascinator girl, guys. I just am. I know some people love actually like wide brim hats. I only think women with huge personalities can generally pull them off really well. So for example, Queen Maxima can pull off those very, very well. I like these style hats. I'm gonna have to lean down. So this is the fascinator I got in the UK. I paid 55 pounds for it. I got it from John Lewis. So if you are in the UK and you are in the market for a fascinator, they do have actually really, really good deals at certain places. So you don't have to spend a fortune to get this lovely, gorgeous, amazing look. You know, isn't it pretty? It is pretty. It's pretty. And it's, again, this is very classic and simple. I'm just not a fan of the style hat Meghan wore. Again, it's just my personal preference. And I always feel, I don't know, this is always what drives me bonkers. I don't know, I love fashion. I love fashion. I have a closet full of dresses. I have a ton of clothes in storage right now because I'm moving, and I love dresses. I love fashion, and for me, fit and flare looks really, really well because I kind of have a smaller waist. I have more of an hourglass style figure, and so for me, you know, having something that's stitched in the middle does really well to kind of create a slim effect, and it kind of balances me out really, really well. Obviously, if I do it in kind of different places, it doesn't look quite as well, but I have a kind of a pretty, anyways, most of the time I can find something, especially fit and flare, that looks really, really good. Calvin Klein shirt dresses. So they button up, button down. I'll post a link. Those are my favorite. They look great. They're so easy to wear, and I can usually find them on sale somewhere. But anyways, I don't know what to do to make Meghan's, like, I feel bad for her because I feel like her fashion would be better if she was actually dressing for her figure and not dressing as if she's a supermodel who's 5'11" when she's like 5'6". So there's just certain styles you can't pull off if you're not 5'11" or not Catherine's height. Nothing wrong with that. There's just certain things that you just can't pull off if you're super tall, certain things that you can't pull off if you're super short, things in like the middle. Like you need to have sometimes a stature, a height to pull off certain looks. So for example, Meghan's red dress that she wore to the Endeavor like Freedom Gala ceremony in New York in November. The dress was just generally hideous, looked like something from a Project Runway reject. It was just really like the construction was bad, everything was bad. It could like cut into her back. So you could see like the back fat. It was just so weird. And it's like, oh my gosh. But I think that dress simply would have looked better. Not different figure perhaps, but better if Meghan was about 6 inches taller. Since she wasn't, it just didn't look good. Because even with the heels, there's something about the height of really tall women that can pull off fashion that other women just can't. So I will say generally Meghan dresses as if she's a supermodel. You know, she is, you know, fairly thin and everything. So, you know, but she doesn't have the body type, and nothing wrong with that. Again, absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's not what I'm saying. But she always dresses as she's like that way, not dressing for her actual figure. So I think, unfortunately, the way the belt was tight, it kind of cut into her in a way that was just kind of mimicked as if the dress was too tight when it probably wasn't. And so again, I don't know though how, with her body type, what is the most flattering look for her, because she doesn't really have a waist and she's very, very short-waisted. So that's just not, just her proportions are just kind of odd. So she has a really, really challenging body shape to dress. So I will give her that. Very, very hard. However, when it came to the mic, so if this was a custom Dior bespoke piece, which we were told it was, so that is like, let's say ballparking 20 grand for that outfit. 20 grand. That may be in the upper echelons, but it is haute couture Dior. Haute couture Dior for that still just boggles my mind. Anyways, and that there was a weird lump is definitely curious. And we know Harry and Meghan have hidden mics in their clothing before because they tried to do it in New York. Like, I don't understand what they're trying to do. But anyway, so they did that. They hid the mics in their outfits. And of course, eventually people caught on. Like, Meghan wore these huge oversized outfits to kind of try to cover the mics because nobody could know there were mics. But, you know, we're not stupid. I mean, I feel like Harry and Meghan think the broader public is stupid. We're not stupid, honey. We saw the mics. So Harry and Meghan, you know, had these mics, were trying to go around, and they were obviously recording and interacting with people. I mean, they obviously must have recorded, you know, reading the book in front of the kids. Apparently, this is the rumor, not confirmed or anything, that they got kicked out of the UN early because they were recording and weren't telling people they were doing that. So they have a track record of doing this, of recording and putting and trying to hide mics in their clothing. So it is weird that the thing would poke out of her dress and something that's supposedly custom made that should not have that issue. Now, I don't know the interior construction is like, was she supposed to maybe leave the dress open or the coat open perhaps, and there was a nice dress underneath, and somehow the construction of the dress and the coat is making that indentation? I don't know. Like, it's entirely possible that it is. It's also possible that there was a mic. And a lot of people made a lot of fuss about that she was fiddling with her collars. Again, she could have put mics there. And the monarchy was very, very aware that Harry and Meghan could be mic'd because they kept their distance. They really didn't talk to them much at all, except for Zara was the only one who talked. And I think most people have argued or suggested that was really just about the car arrangements. And so everybody knew, like Mike Tyndall and Peter Phillips did not talk to them. So everybody kept their distance because everybody knew that was a possibility. But also I think if Harry and Meghan did that, I think it's just stupid. Like, what were you thinking you were going to get from a church service that's nationally and internationally broadcasted? Like, what were they going to get? Like, really? I mean, were they going to, you know, do subtle commentary? Oh, look at Catherine. I'm not sure if I like that hat. Oh, look at, you know, Zara Phillips over there. I'm not sure if I like that color pink. You know, something like that. Like, what were they going to talk about? Or, oh, the queen wasn't here. Like, were they going to do commentary about it? That doesn't even make any sense. Like, everybody else is there. Like, I could see them doing that because they're not the brightest people in the world. They're just not. I feel bad saying that, but they're not the sharpest tools in the shed. So I could totally see that. But still, it's just so silly. And if they did do that, I think the monarchy was aware, the monarchy kept their distance, and I don't know, so I don't feel enough to say, hey, you know, yes, they were mic'd or whatever. But I will say, I thought it was weird that, so speaking of the lovelier royal ladies, so Catherine and Camilla also did have gloves like Meghan did, but neither of them wore them. They just held them, and I think honestly that's a classier way to go. Or doing the one glove thing that Queen Maxima does from time to time. That I think is super classy. I just thought it was weird that, you know, Meghan is wearing gloves and then holding her husband's hand looks kind of awkward and weird. And it was a really hot day, guys. I was there. So a couple of these pictures will be from me because I took them. And it's just weird because it's like, it's a really warm day because like I took my jacket off and stuff. It was a hot day. It was a hot day, especially when you're in the crowd of people. So, I mean, I know churches can be colder, and they can also be warmer. So churches were very good at kind of being a good place that was well It was both insulated and could breathe, and so it helped people in, you know, the medieval times and stuff, because it could be a warm or cold place based on what they needed at the time, based on the season. Not all the time, but some of the time. But also, Meghan really did not seem to follow this color scheme. I mean, and a couple other royal ladies here and there didn't either. But Meghan, like all the young royal ladies of Catherine's generation, all wore exceptionally bright colors, and Meghan's there in like cream. Like, but of course she never ever follows the dress code. So, but I love bright colors. I'm not one of those people who's like obsessed with neutrals like some people are. I don't like the influencers like, I never wear color. It's like, why? Because color is fun. Color is very fun, guys. Even though I'm wearing white, I do love color. So color is, I think, is fun. So when it comes to the royal ladies, I think Catherine's look was fantastic. I think I would have liked for her to have a little bit more fun with her shoes, as she has been doing lately. Her last couple of engagements, she's been having fun with her shoes. So at the garter service, she had these slingback aquazzura, you know, bedazzled mules kind of, or slingbacks, I should say, that I thought were blue. It was gorgeous. Actually, Meghan has the same pair, and people were like, Meghan's copying her, but everybody owns that same pair of Rossi pumps that she wears all the times, that she wore to the service of Thanksgiving. Literally every royal woman has those shoes, those pumps in her closet pretty much. So I think Catherine's look was really lovely. I would have loved for her to have a bit more fun with her shoe choice. Just because kind of the nude wasn't just that interesting. I think it would have been great for the whole outfit, head to toe, to have been in yellow. I love the color of yellow. I love the pop of it. You know, it was great and very, very easy to see her. And then you go to the rest of the royal ladies, and you have Zara Phillips in pink. I just thought that was a great outfit for her. Again, I loved the bright colors. I think that was and she accented it with light blue, powder blue, which I thought was really fun. She apparently had a stylist for the weekend, and I think it kind of really elevated some of her looks. Princess Eugenie, so she had black and tangerine. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. It was just didn't really add too much to me, but again, very easy to see them when they're across the way. But my favorite, and this is kind of a tie situation because they actually both wore the same dress, was Princess Beatrice and Lady Frederick Windsor. So this is Sophie, who is the wife of Frederick Windsor. So that's the son of the Prince and Princess Michael of Kent. So these two ladies wore the same Balula London dress, and Beatrice wears her in like corn blue, and then Sophie wears hers in bright pink, like bright magenta. And honestly, I'm a super fan of the magenta. I kind of didn't realize they were exactly the same dress until later, but I really, really love the magenta. It was like my favorite looking out at it, and I just really, really enjoyed that. And it's just a bright pop of color and fun, and all the young royal ladies seem to get that same memo, so they all had it. Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, had kind of a shimmery dress on, which I did like. It wasn't, I love the bow in the back. I believe it was a Susanna London dress, so I did really like that. And Lady Louise, oh my gosh, she's like growing up, like, because the day before at the Tripping the Colors, she wore one of her mother's old hats, and I thought it really kind of aged her. And a lot of her style has kind of aged her and made her look older than she is. And I think, and perhaps a bit dowdy, I hate to say, but I think I loved her new look, kind of that satin dress. It was young, it was fun, it was flirty. The headband, I think that was a great look for her, like a perfect look for her. Had so much fun. Lady Gabriella Windsor looked lovely. She's also one of my favorites to watch. If you haven't watched her before, you really should. She does wide brim hats very, very well. Like, again, not all women can pull them off, but Lady Gabriella did it really, really well. And I just love that all the ladies kind of coordinated with these huge pops of color. And I honestly tried to go to the Balula London store because I really wanted to try on the magenta dress, because I really, really, really wanted it because it's so pretty, but they were closed, and then I couldn't get over there, and then the trains were down, and it was just kind of messy as I was trying to leave. But guys, let me know, what was your favorite look at the service of Thanksgiving? I would love to know. Maybe I will try to do maybe a poll and a post or something about it. When it comes to the rest of the weekend, I wasn't a fan of Catherine's hat at the Tripping the Color. That's just, that style of hat's not my favorite. And again, guys, I'm just giving you my personal opinion. You are welcome to disagree. Fashion oftentimes is about taste, and everybody's taste can be a bit different. I mean, she looked wonderful and put together, and I love the sapphires that she wore and everything, but it's just that kind of hat is just not really my taste. And then, so for the concert, she wore Self-Portrait. I do like that dress and outfit because she has two of them now, kind of the blazer skirt combos, which I think are just really classy and elegant and just very, very great, very great staples of royal wear. And then finally at this, my second favorite of the whole look. So my first look and my favorite look is probably the yellow Amelia Wickstead dress that she wore to the service of Thanksgiving. But, and she did, wore kind of a bright orange red coat to Wales. I thought that was lovely too. But my second favorite would have to be the magenta Stella McCartney. I just kind of love the subtle draping on it. I love that it's kind of a simple dress. I would have loved to have known what shoes she wore, because there's actually a pair of shoes that Catherine wore to Princess Eugenie's wedding that I've always loved and wanted. So I'm just curious because I love burgundy and kind of dark pink colors. I think they're just really, really pretty. So we saw briefly that those were kind of the style pumps she wore. I would love to see that again. But guys, that's all I have for the Jubilee weekend in terms of fashion. I mean, obviously there were a couple, I'm trying to think. Oh, the only other dress that I really liked, and actually Crown Princess Mary wore the same dress, was the dress that Zara Phillips wore to the pageant. It was a Zimmermann dress, and actually Crown Princess Mary wore the same dress on the same day. And honestly, guys, I kind of love that. I'm kind of falling in love with Zimmermann, and I'm really, really hoping to maybe find something, like, especially on sale. I'm a sale junkie. Finding something on sale that I really, really like. Because I loved Beatrice's engagement dress that she wore when she first announced her engagements. And I don't love everything of Zimmermann, but I love a lot too. So guys, let me know what you think. What were your favorite looks of the Jubilee weekend? And thank you guys so much for watching. And oh, if you guys have video suggestions, I know somebody's asked for kind of Princess Margaret's tiara before, and I've had a couple other suggestions as well. If you want to put them in the comments, I can't guarantee I'll do everything, but I also want to make sure I'm creating content that you guys really enjoy as well. So if you guys want to give this video a thumbs up too, that would be great. And feel free to share and let everybody know as well if you really, really enjoyed it. And so thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you guys again very, very soon. Bye.